Today, we're diving into this really profound idea that our real lasting strength comes from understanding. This is all based on the book Because You Are Allah, and we're going to explore some of the ancient names for the divine and see how they can be this incredible anchor for us, right here in our modern lives. So, let's get into it.
Just take a second and really think about that. When life's storms hit, when you feel totally overwhelmed or lost, what is it that you hold on to? What's your anchor? The book we're looking at today suggests the answer isn't really something you find out there, but someone you truly get to know.
So here's the main idea we're unpacking. True, unshakable strength, it isn't just about gritting your teeth and pushing through. It's about knowledge. It's about this deep, profound understanding of a divine anchor that's there for every single one of us.
All right, so let's start with the first name. This one really speaks to our basic human need for something or someone to ultimately rely on. It's this idea of an eternal refuge.
And that name is As-Samad. The book explains this as a name that holds just immense power and comfort.
So, what does As-Samad actually mean? Well, it's the one that everyone, and I mean everyone and everything, turns to in their time of need. Think about it. When you need help, maybe you call a friend. When you need money, you might go to a bank. But who does the friend turn to? Who does the bank ultimately depend on? As-Samad is the final stop, the ultimate destination for every single need.
And the book uses this really powerful image for this concept, a prison of weakness. It suggests that in those moments where you just feel completely trapped by your own limits, knowing As-Samad is like knowing the way out. It's about turning your heart towards that ultimate, totally self-sufficient source of strength. Okay, so if As-Samad is our ultimate destination, our refuge, what about the journey? How do we navigate the path? Well, this next name acts as our guardian along the way. We can think of it as the unseen protector.
And that name is Al-Hafiz. It means the guardian, the preserver, the one who protects.
Now, here's what's so interesting. The book makes this fantastic contrast between the safety we see and the protection we often forget. We put so much faith in things we can touch, right? The seatbelt in our car, the alarm system on our house, the antivirus on our computers. We see them, so we trust them. But Al-Hafiz is a reminder of a protection that is always there, all around us, and a lot of the time, completely invisible.
To make this real, the book tells this powerful little story. Imagine 4 friends. They're lost on a mountain, about to die from thirst. All hope seems gone. And then one of them just stumbles upon a single bottle of clean water, just enough to save all of them. So was that just random luck? Or was it Al-Hafiz, the unseen protector, showing up in the most quiet, unexpected way?
You know, that idea of unexpected help leads us perfectly into our third concept, because sometimes divine help isn't some dramatic rescue mission. Sometimes it's a gentle, almost hidden hand guiding us. This is the subtle guide.
And the name for this is Al-Latif. It has this sense of gentleness, of subtlety, and just this profound kindness.
Al-Latif is the one who's kind of working behind the scenes. It's the help you didn't even know you needed that shows up from a direction you never would have thought of. It's a plan unfolding with such amazing subtlety and grace that you often only see how perfect it was when you look back.
And the story of the Prophet Yusuf is probably the ultimate example of Al-Latif at work. I mean, look at his journey. It just looks like one disaster after another. Betrayal, being sold into slavery, thrown in prison for something he didn't do. But every single one of those terrible events was actually a hidden step in a much bigger, subtle plan. A plan that took him from the bottom of a well to a palace, where he could save an entire nation. It's just this incredible reminder that sometimes what feels like a major setback is actually a setup for something far greater.
All right, our final concept for today is maybe the most personal and hopeful of them all, especially when we're facing illness or hardship. It's the idea of the ultimate healer.
And this name is Ash-Shafi. It's a name that speaks directly to our pain and our deep, deep need for healing and restoration.
The book asks a really critical question here. We depend on doctors, on medicine, on treatments, and of course, all those things are incredibly important. They're the means. But are they the source of the healing? Ash-Shafi challenges us to look beyond the methods to the one who actually originates all healing.
I just love this perspective on healing. It's so expansive. So Al-Shafa can heal through medicine. That's what we'd call healing with a reason.
But he can also heal through something that seems tiny, almost insignificant. That's the weakest of reasons. Or through something completely bizarre that makes no logical sense, the strangest of reasons. And then most profoundly, he can heal when all the reasons run out, when the doctors have given up, with no visible reason at all.
So let's just pull this all together. Think about what this means in your life. When you feel weak, there's an eternal refuge, As-Samad. When you feel scared or vulnerable, there's an unseen protector, Al-Hafiz. When you feel lost and confused, a subtle guide, Al-Latif, is at work. And when you feel broken, the ultimate healer, Ash-Shafi, means that hope is never, ever lost.
And really, that brings us to the final question, the one to take with you. After just touching on these 4 names, what changes for you? How does it shift the way you walk through the world when you start to really internalize this idea that you are never, ever truly alone in your struggles? So, we've just journeyed through a few of the incredible ideas from the book Because You Are Allah. It really does offer a profound shift in how we see things, a way to find our anchor in something so much greater than ourselves. Thanks so much for exploring this with me.